So here is something new. I thought I would add this to my weekly upload schedule if it is popular. Please give me some feedback. I do enjoy reading constructive criticism. The idea is that I take a roundup of some of the stories that cover the paranormal, UFOs and cryptids that I have found in the week. If you guys like a particular story, you can let me know and I will do a deep dive on the event, creature or occurrence. So let's get started. Welcome to If News. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss a breaking story. The first article of the week is a lake monster sighting. The British Columbian cryptid known as Ogopogo was seen by Jim LaRock. He swears he and his son recorded footage of the creature early this month using his cell phone. The footage shows what could be the serpent-like creature that has been reported in the area for more than 2 centuries. There has been a real upturn in the number of sightings since 2018. Many people in the Kelowna area reported seeing what could certainly be the elusive creature of Lake Okanagan. If you want to know more about this lake monster, search out Bill Stasiuk. The Kelowna resident is an expert on the creature and its history. The next story that caught my eye is also about a lake monster. Maybe the most famous lake monster of all, Nessie. For centuries there has been so much debate on the monster, many saying that it is a creature that did actually exist, others saying it's just a long-running myth. But now scientists in New Zealand have joined the argument and they think there's a chance Nessie might have existed. The loch is one of the largest lakes in the United Kingdom. It holds more water than all the lakes found in England and Wales combined, this making it one of the UK's deepest and potentially a great hiding spot for a mystery creature. There have been numerous theories that a cryptid lives or once lived in the loch. The many sightings and blurry photographs are seen as interesting but not solid proof. But a research group from the University of Otago, New Zealand has found some surprising evidence that would suggest that a monster might have existed. Leader of the team, Professor Neil Gemmell, has explained that they took DNA from creatures that have lived in the lake. When they looked at this DNA, they found out that there might be evidence that one theory behind a monster in the loch could be real. We've tested each one of the main monster hypotheses, and 3 of them we can probably say aren't right, and 1 might be, said Professor Gemmell. The results of their tests will be released in September, so until then we are still left guessing as to what they found and what the animal could be. The next story fits with a couple of videos I have covered on the channel: secret bases and UFOs. Things are on the change in the world of ufology. Some might say we are at the point of imminent disclosure of the truth. Recent comments from the military and the release of video evidence having many hoping that finally the mysteries hidden by the military and government will be revealed. On a recent show, George Knapp told KNPR's State of Nevada that it wasn't until 2017 when the New York Times published a report about the government's secret program to investigate military sightings of unidentified objects and released videos showing what pilots had caught on camera, that everything changed. George said, "Right now, though, is maybe the most exciting period in all the time that I followed it, starting with the December 2017 New York Times story that changed things on a fundamental level," he said. "It changed the media environment, which is very exciting. Reporting UFO sightings could also be a career killer for men and women in the military, but now even that has changed, at least in the Navy. Last month the Navy announced it would encourage pilots to report UFO sightings, that it wouldn't hurt their military careers." The radio presenter, with a long history of looking into the strange, said this change is remarkable. "It is amazing," he said. "This topic has been poison for the military for so long. You basically couldn't trust anything that was said. The official Department of Defense UFO video that has been going viral sparked all kinds of interest from people in the military and government." George Knapp said that at first it was congressional staffers asking the questions on what was real and what wasn't. They started interviewing Navy pilots, the aviators themselves, very credible people, credible witnesses, who had backed up data, radar data, about these encounters, he said. He then added that the encounters, his sources told him, are underway on an almost daily basis, this all happening just off the coast of the eastern United States. The knowledge of these strange events has made the question of the military UFO encounter an important and current one. Army Colonel John Alexander has for the longest time been tracking and studying UFOs. He told of a study which he carried out some 30 years ago. This study, decades ago, came to the same conclusion that the most recent studies have found. The Colonel said, "My guesstimate is that there is about 6,000 flag grade officers between the time of Blue Book, a project in the 1950s and 60s by the US Air Force to study UFOs, and now probably 7 to 10% of them have actually seen UFOs. So my question has been really, why hasn't there been more studies?" More on this story can be found on the Nevada Public Radio's website. So what do you guys think about these stories? Do you like the idea of a weekly news style report? Let me know your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. As always, if you like what I do here on the channel, hit that red button, like and share. You can catch the latest by searching We Are If. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.